Welcome to this series where we are playing the 1.8 version of Reforged Eden, and I'm currently stood on top of the capital vessel that I was rebuilding in the last part. And in this part, I want to do two things. I want to go and explore this area a little bit, see if we can find any extra special loot in this area, but I don't want to spend too long doing that. If there's time, I would like to go out and possibly visit one of the two of the moons. So this video is very much in a preparation of moving on to another planet in this system, because we've got a few more planets to check out. And I think it's time now to start thinking a little bit about becoming a little bit more aggressive with respect to the Xerax. And so that is the current situation. Now, before we get started, as if you watched the previous video, be aware that I was rebuilding the ship, and I've done quite a lot of work off camera just to kind of tidy up a few bits and pieces. You can see there's a few gaps down here at the moment on each side, and the reason for that is that I'm not too sure what I want to do, and finding the blocks to fit into these very odd shapes here can be a bit tedious. So what I did is, after a few attempts, I decided to leave it for the moment. And if I come down here, you can see I've also done a bit of texturing just to make the ship look a little bit more alive, also inside as well, because, well, I think just putting a bit of texture on makes the ship look less gloomy, but you can see it's still very much kind of a work in progress. But at the moment, because we got no more CPU, I've decided not to finish things out. I've changed this area around a little bit as well. We've got a couple of vanity cases. I've put in some medical capability. I've moved the oxygen and med center up here. And I've actually finished off my farm here. And hopefully in this part we can actually almost plant up some of the farming as well. And that is the general situation. And as I say, we've got a lot of space here. So the ship's ready to go. It's serviceable. It's important. And as I say, I'll still be working on it as we travel around, because I think with me, ships are never finished. It's one of the reasons why I like building my own ship. I like tinkering and changing it. I quite like the idea of the windows here. In fact, I'll just show you from the outside. Got my usual hatch here. I think it kind of the windows here makes it kind of look a little almost like it's got teeth on the front. We got this little side window here, so we got good visibility. This is all armored glass, so I mean, for a general purpose CV where you're flying around, this is pretty good. But at the same time, if you're going into combat, you don't really want a front bridge like that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're gonna pick up some. I'd like to get some vegetables going. I think that's about all we've got. Got sprouts, got some berries. Put a couple of akua berries in. Got loads and loads of vegetables. And I think if we go to for food and go to there, certainly wouldn't mind. I think to start with, we'd like to have one of each. Certainly few grain. Again, it's all vegetables. I think there are some actual plant protein in, so we'll get a couple of those. I've got to remember each one produces 2 plants, and I suppose we could get some of those as well. And, I thought I'd picked up the plants. They were base carver and don't really want stimulant, and a couple of akuas. We'll put the veggies at the back here, like that. I think 3 plants would be good enough to get started, and we'll have akuas there. thing we have to do is now turn on the lights. The only lights we got is grow lights. I should get everything growing a little bit here. And before we leave, there's just got one more thing to do. Is off camera, I stripped down quite a lot from. Oh, I took everything out of the unfinished rocket. I came over here and stripped down the small rocket as well. And what we should have now, the small vessel, and what we should have now is we go to the Merc RE. I think it's this one we want. You can see I've now got the resources to make this Merc MX5E Reforged small vessel. It's a very basic vessel, but it'll be the beginning of a ship that I can start to mount, but level up. And so we're just going to make that. It's going to take about 7 minutes to do it. And what this will do is give us a platform to put into a combat SV. You see here, I took out quite a lot of bits and pieces from the ship. And we're just going to go into here. Thrusters on. And what we're going to do is fly east. So as I said, what I want to do is just fly across, see if we can find, there's a heat signature over there. I'm just kind of looking for any general loot. Oh, the other thing also is I took out the base level in the unfinished ship. I've actually got 4 large optronics bridges, which means that I've got the basis of here. We still need 4 more. Now to make the optronics bridges down here, I need small optronics bridges and I need gold. So that's going to be our next possible thing that we need to look for when we go out exploring planets. Now I'm not going to investigate every single base here because a lot of it's quite low level loot. What I'm really looking for is something that might be a little bit exceptional, that might have us give us some higher level loot. And of course there's going to be a lot of empty space, so if there's nothing going on, I'll just edit that out. We might have already visited it, but I will. That's just an exploration shuttle. So the first thing first, we're going here, because of course this is one of the few buildings that's got a high level loot box on it. There's a few other little buildings around here as well. I mean, one building I am looking for is another oxygen base, because for some reason I seem to be going through a lot of oxygen at the moment. Well, just get up into here. The other thing, we should now have more plants ready to go. So put the grain on this side. Of course, the grain is the entry point to the burgers. I may want to walk through here, so mushrooms there. We'll put the plant protein. Oops. Put the back there. And I thought I had more of these. That because there's no plant fiber. But yeah, we need to put some plant fiber in the raw food. So okay, capital vessel. Yeah. Of course, the one thing that we do need quite a lot of is plant fiber. It's the constant thing. So, well, what else are we out of? Nutrient solution. Okay. What I did is the grow plots that were inside of the unfinished ship. I deconstructed some of those. So I think we'll do 2 more of those. I think we're because source of herbal leaves is quite useful as well. And we're just yep. Where's the skull? Don't know why I've got my gun out because yeah, not spectacular, but a little bit of Pentaxid, refined Pentaxid, and that will be quite advantageous. I mean, in some ways the SV is a little bit more agile with respect to. No, I'm not seeing anything else around here, so I'll just drop back onto the capital vessel. Gap in the texturing because that's where the ship was parked when I was actually doing the texturing. But that's not a problem. Oh. I don't need it. Ammunition controller, shade. Put that in there. Put that there. Oh, spare ammo. Supplies, we've got a little bit more, and of course we've got the building supplies. Now force fields are a good thing to put into the workshop as well. Actually, I'll just show you that. We come into here. Building supplies. Okay, we've got about 40 of them. Don't use a lot of force fields on a good day, so. And blueprint successfully finished. And if we just select any jolly old blueprint, drop this up, and I don't know if you guys can see it. We've got a little bit of Neo came up, and that's probably the main reason for putting the force shields in there. And we're just thrusters up. Now, there's an exploration shuttle here. Still got a braking problem. But I just want to show the exploration shuttle. It's what I think it is. Let me just get in close. Okay, thrusters off. I have to put some sensors on. Just go and take a quick look in here. It's what I think it is. When you're first on this planet and you're first looking around, I think it might be the shuttle. But what you can find in here is put this in. I don't know. I'll put it in general junk. So you can see that they don't have anything particularly high level, but if you were starting on this planet and you come across one of these, it's got a certain amount of resources, but the multi-tool charges is probably the most important thing that you're looking for. And that's about it. You can, as I say, I don't think that there's nothing else really here, but it's a quite important resource when you first start. It's got a tiny little food processor in it. Realised that block stuck out a bit. I deliberately wanted to create something that wasn't smooth, that kind of looked, that jarred is probably the polite way of saying it, on the front here. But then that was the kind of mood that I was in when I was actually working on the ship. We should have the... Put these in as well. No point having them in the... Put the... Whoops. Aloe vera. Purple leaves at the back there. We've got a little bit more space. We can fill that in over time. This is obviously a great big... Oh, no. That's why it's so flat, because we're flying into the actual ice cap of the planet. One of the characteristics is that on all planets in Empyrion have a big flat open area at each pole, not cap, ice cap, because they're not necessarily be ice caps. And very gently here, like that. Brush this off again. Up onto the ship. We're on. Right, we've got a ruined mining campaign compound here. This is a very good source of loot. It can be a little bit of a pain to get round, but we come into here. What you'll see is it's a whole load of loot boxes here. So start here. Double shade light. Okay, I mean, none of it's going to be particularly that high level, but again, it's one of these. We won't bother with the scrap metal. Got to find a way to deconstruct that, but we don't have the CPU at the moment to have a deconstruction. I've already got lots of it, so. But again, if you were playing the Dead Planet, this is quite a good find to have. You can see you get electronics and bits and pieces. Got another flux coil. I mean, the Dead Planet is a fantastic source of flux coils. And got that there. And of course, if we go over the side and got another multi-charge. Steel plates, obviously, I've got piles of them at the moment, but not a bigger problem. And then got some more here. Another multi-charge. It's almost worth it coming here for the multi-charges. Then you got these doors. Now I can't remember offhand where the core is. Access windowed automatic door. I think if we can, well, we could probably shoot our way through that one. It's not armored, I don't think. There we are. In here we've got, that just goes to the outside. And we've got some more bits and pieces in here of a flux coil. Oh, we got another undelivered cargo. That should give us, if we can find a trading station, we can hand those in. Look, oh, got a fridge here. Oops, no. Got a salami and a ratatouille. Use. I think that goes back out to the outside. I think this is an armored door. I think you can come in from the other side. Again, we've got antennas, a good source of resources as well. You can see a whole load of antennas here as well. I don't think we can get in from this side. I think we have to go in through an armored door. Gonna have to make some more ammunition at this rate. There it is. I think there's a little bit of fuel in here. 903. And as they say, of course, if you salvage this large fuel tank, we get some more resources in. Oops. Haha. Of course, there's a little bit of radiation in here as well. Got 833 oxygen. That's another. Just to show the antenna, you get steel plates, electronics, optical fiber. Got hangar deck, and we've got this whole grouping here as well. And whole load of stuff from here. Oops. We just got 346 steel plates. Always had a great need for steel plates. Of course, we got another one of these drop-down vault things with fuel cells in them, but well, we can go and do it. Up a little bit of fuel. So there's the actual core actually on this one. Yeah. And we can what we can do is just salvage that, and that opens up the floor there, and that just gets us out very, very quickly. Ships a little bit overloaded, and so we'll just get back to here. Vessel load. All supplies. Certainly offload that. We don't really need the stone. Small arms, we'll just shove that in there. And where did I put the... oh, it's in general junk now. And we're back to here. Upload that. Now there is something else around here. Got a mining shuttle wreck. Again, I just want to show you this because if it's what I think it is, it might be useful. Because if it comes in here, not that you're really going to need it on this planet, but harvest. Oh, sadly take that. Got some sprouts for some vegetables. I'm sure that this used to have a drill on it, but well, maybe not. Right, there's a heat signature over there. We'll just go and take a quick look at that. Then we're in this direction. Again, we've got the crashed DSC mid, which again would have some really nice loot on. If we land on the top of it, then this will have, I think this is the one with the gravity generator on it. So again, we'll just land on the roof. This is off. I've got and empty the food. We're very quickly this. Pretty sure this is the one with the gravity generator just there and some more thrusters. Not that we need that many thrusters, but oops. I think what we'll do is we'll just right, we've got shade lights, controller. And we're just very quickly down this lot. I don't really want to spend too long doing this. Got another multi-tool because this is the thing about the barren, the dead planets. I keep saying barren planet, but it has a lot of resources, but you're not going to find anything that's excessively high level. You're just going to get the basics to build what you want. That should be okay. Clean. Really want the cement, the cheese for the fridge. You can turn into pizza. And we got another burger. Again, it's all. And we got a tiny smidge of ammunition. Did I? There. Okay. What I will do is scrap the gravity generator. It doesn't have a lot of resources in it, but you can see we've got some elemental Pentaxid, we've got some flux coils. Make the small thrusters. That. I think we've got a couple more medium thrusters, which are down there. We'll scrap the medium thrusters. If I can get to them. Where are they? I think they're in there, so. Where is that? We're actually just scrap these. One's just there. Well, I said I was going to scrap them, but I picked them up, so. And I think that's about it. Oh, we got fuel. And we got a bit of oxygen, so we can take that out. That's 751. Got 31 oxygen. Got 281 fuel, so we got about it. Medium fuel tank. Got a couple of constructors. Again, if you're really pressed for stuff like this, feel free. We've got a minigun turret, but I think it's actually I remember correctly, it's for a base rather than a CV. Armor lockers, medical. We got medical stations. Again, I just don't want to spend too long because another problem is that I don't really have that. I don't want to overload the ship, the CV. Got to go north now, I think, correctly. Right, we've got a whole crop of stuff here. Again, which that's just the base. Have a look here. What have we got here? I think this is like an O2 station. I think we land here. Yeah, this is just the O2 station. I can't remember where the core is on this. I think we may have to dig down for it. Just look. I can't remember where it is. Have a look underneath. There it is. Better top up our oxygen. And there it goes. Got 9,710. Haha. Okay, the ship is full. I'll trash that. That. Okay, haha. I don't think we're right. We got some oxygen. Not exactly sure what happened there. Trying to think what I can throw away. I'd rather have the oxygen. I think we can crash the safety in plates. 2 more. Let me. What happens to the core? Oh, it'd be in the. I've lost my. Oh, no, it is. Oh no, it's on the wrong one. If I cancel that, put that there, put that on there. Silver shade lights. 25 oxygen bottles. So we got a little bit creative there. Bye. Alright, we've got a player there. And then got put a little bit of creativeness. Got all the oxygen out of that. And we probably now absolutely the ship is at 100% maximum capacity. Over here we've got another one of these mining bases. I think, yeah, this is another one full of loot. We got another one, so we've got 2 here. So if you're really hard pressed for resources, this would be a very good location. What's that over there? I think my next series will be a Dead Planet. I really enjoyed playing the Dead Planet. Anyway, let's just get back to the CV, which is north of us. We approach the CV, you're actually going to see the reason why I put that big red band on the side. If you put a really bright colour on the side of the CV, it's quite useful when you're on a planet where the visibility is not very good, because it kind of stands out and you can actually see the ship. So you don't really want a ship that can be camouflaged into the background. And we're just here. General supplies again. We've got 106 oxygen now. 150 oxygen now. Got. I don't need the elemental Pentaxid. Building supplies. Yeah, I think it was a bit of a mistake. Actually picking up. Whoops. Supplies. Put that in there. Offload all this slot because some elemental Pentaxid. Whoops. More ammo. More arms. And what do? I'll plant some Empyrion plants. Vegetable sprouts, so that. Put the rocket launcher. So, what's this? This is vegetables, plant protein. So we get a bit more plant protein on this side, and we're in. Oops. Put veggies in along there. So we'll slowly fill up. What I really need is some spicy type stuff. But so we'll just take off again. Where are we? So I think we've kind of explored most of the planet now. We'll just ping out a little bit further and see what we can find. Right, we've got an emergency signal here. I'm curious at. We're going to take a look at this, because it might be something a little bit different. So we'll just take a look at this, and then what we'll do is get up into space. Here it is. It's just a mast. Anyway, guys, what we're going to do is go up into space. Now, if you look at the top, it says max speed 62 meters per second. So we're very underpowered at the moment with respect to the overall capability. Which is a little bit of an issue. Whoops. Yeah, so we're a little bit underpowered, which is got a potential problem with respect to how many drill charges have I got? 4. Okay. Back to there. Yeah, I think it's the minimum speed for warp drive is 50 meters per second. So 62 means that we really need some extra thrusters for speed. Anyway, I'm just going to mine out this Pentaxid because it's quite important. This is quite easy to mine because all you do is start on the outside and work in. Right, I'm just picking up the, I think it's the last couple of parts. I don't think there's any more. Oops, oops. I think that's about it, guys. Let me just see. So we got 1093 Pentaxid. Put this in general junk. Pick that up while we're at it. But I'm not sure. I think we had a visitor. Getting close. Yeah. Interceptor, easy. So we can. It's just in front of. Oops. And we'll just get this guy down. Put the fuel and the plasma. What I'm looking for now is the moon. Just the. I'd like to pay at least a visit to one of the moons before. Although there it is. I think he's probably the closest. So just get up the momentum. There we are, Beta 4 moon. And I think just to finish off, we're going to fly to the moon and land on it and see what we can find. So here we are. We're just coming up on the Beta 4 moon. We're just about to break into the surface. There we are. And it looks for it. We've got a Polaris waste treatment plant here. We've got magnesium, we've got iron, radar signatures. We've got some Pentaxid, 3 Promethium, which some of it is, it looks like it's there. It's a small deposit, which makes it worth mining. And we got a Polaris waste treatment plant there. Got lots and lots of stuff all over the place here. We're kind of going. Don't think we're going to get any trading from the waste treatment plant. An aerodrome there. We'll see if we can sucker him in. A little bit annoying. Why aren't my turrets firing? That was a bit. Yeah, it was a mistake. Haha. I hadn't grouped my turrets. So nearly got unstuck there, didn't I? Wow. Luckily we had an armored front. That was yeah, that was a little bit of overconfidence there on my part. It's the type of overconfidence that can get you into deep trouble, especially when you've only got steel block outer shell. But at the moment I can't really make it any stronger. But we might have lost a block on that side. That's okay. Or was it just missing? Oh, we got a couple of missiles. I think we must have just been firing at something that was just being obnoxious. Right, we're just park next to the Polaris waste treatment plant. Actually, do it this side. Don't know if we got any increasing standard by beating up these guys, but just park here. And I'd like to bring in the ship. We are on a planetary basis. Oops, we got our first crops going in. Done. I think the tomatoes and that are still growing. Raw food. Probably don't need all that amount in there anymore. And got a couple of 110mm weapons. We've now got food. We've now got the thing. Gonna take a quick look at the Polaris mining base. I don't think there'll be a trade or anything in here, but we're going to take a quick look. Hello. You never know. Hello. Droid. No trader here. Okay. Bathroom. Multi-tool, wait. No, not. Oh, what we got here? Welcome to Com Hazard Process. Normally we'll welcome customers and guests to this go down this disgusting cesspool. Anything I can help with? Got 2 cracked tanks at leaking toxic waste and a third that's the turbine seized. Not restarting soon. What we need now is X22 chemicals. Keep the tank fluid until it gets. Let's see what I can do. XO23. Okay, I think that might be a typo. That would be a very easy mission if I actually knew what that was, but it's okay. Anyway, guys, I think just to finish off, what we will do, I'm going to take a chance with the library at the top. Bring in the new ship. But need to put some fuel in it. Yeah. And some oxygen. Supplies. Fill that with oxygen. Fuel in. Got 1,000 odd. Quite a lot of fuel. Give you a quick tour. This isn't. Now this ship is actually warp capable, but what I will be doing is actually turning off that, or just going through the roof. This is an adaptation of Jeff Randall's ship, and just to show you what we got. Apologies, I can't remember who actually. We got an ammo store 1,500. We got a 10,000 store there, a fridge, and a number of small storage boxes as well. And we got a Pentaxid tank because we've got a warp drive in there. But if I show you the CPU, it's actually slightly over. So what I'm gonna do is come in here, connect to the capital vessel, building supplies, and we're actually gonna take out the warp drive because take these out. Up the warp drive. Gonna tidy up this section here. Keep. Oops. I've just popped a hole in the bottom of it, but that's okay. block is. Just the hole in the floor. Should be on this side. There it is there. It's a angle block. Let me just see. Got some hardened steel blocks. It's one of these, I think. I can find it again. Operating in the dark is not best. I don't think that is actually. This is. Put that back in. That keeps it airtight. And just to check the CPU now. The CPU's down to 10,000. Well, 10,000, 9,000, 11,000. We look for a shield generator. What we really need is this. I think we've already got a tier 2. What we would need is a tier 3, which needs 8 subs. I think it's tier 3. So we're going to need 8 small optronics bridges to get this going. We wouldn't mind a trauma station. That's quite good for attacking bases. What am I looking for? Shield generator, isn't it? Yeah. Even the light shield generator is 1,250. So what? So let me just confirm. Equipment. Let me just find the. Where is it? There it's core systems. See, we can see we've already got the basic CPU extender in here. We need an advanced extender to take this to the next level. But this is quite a nice little ship to get around and do things. But what we will do is we'll put you inside. What we need going forward is optronics bridges. Yeah, fuel Pentaxid. So that is going to be the focus going forward. For some reason that's and I think probably this would be a good place. And I think just to finish up, we just check if this doesn't have any gold on it. We need gold, so we're going to have to visit a planet that's got gold on, and just check. Am I standing with the Polaris now? They're still neutral, but pirates hate us. Talon. So, oh well, that's the way it goes. Anyway, guys. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.